false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but an accurate weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but wisdom is with the humble. The integrity of the upright guides them, but crookedness of the treachery destroys them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless keeps their way straight, but the wicked fall by their own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright saves them, but the treacherous are taken captive by their schemes. When the wicked die, their hope perishes, and the expectation of the godless comes to nothing. The righteous are delivered from trouble, and the wicked get into it instead. With the mouth of godless will destroy their neighbors, but the knowledge of the righteous are delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and with the wicked perish, there is jubilance. But the blessed of the upright, a city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. Whoever belittles another lacks sense, but an intelligent person remains silent. A gossip goes about telling secrets, but one who is trustworthy, his spirit keeps a confidence. Where there is no guidance, a nation falls, but in abundance of counselors there is safety. To guarantee loans for a stranger brings trouble, but there is safety in refusing to do so. A gracious woman gets honor, but she who hates virtue is covered with shame. The timid become destitute, but the aggressors gain riches. Those who are kind reward themselves, but the cruel do themselves harm. The wicked earn no real gain, but those who sow righteousness get a true reward. Whoever is steadfast in his righteousness will live, but whoever preserves evil will die. Crooked minds are an abomination to the Lord, but those of blameless ways are his delight. Be assured the wicked will not go unpunished, but those who are righteous will escape. Like the gold wing in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman without good sense. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, but expectations of the wicked in wrath. Some give freely, yet go all their richer. Others withhold what is due and only suffer want. A generous person will be enriched, and one who gives water will get water. The people curse those who hold back grain, but a blessing is on the head of those who sow it. Whoever diligently seeks good seeks favor, but evil comes to the one who searches for it. Those who trust in their riches will wither, but the righteous will flourish like green leaves. Those who trouble their household will inherit wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, but violence takes lives away. If the righteous are repaid on earth, how much more are wickedness and the sinner? When I was reading this particular very long proverb, it came to me that I wanted to focus on maybe one or two verses. Well, I'm ending up focusing on one verse. And you could say that this verse is like the State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. But it's more about like a good neighbor. Sorry for the singing, by the way. But it's about the importance of your being a good neighbor to another. The NRSV translates verse 12 as follows. Whoever belittles another lacks sense, but an intelligent person remains silent. While the NIV translates the verse 12 this way, a man who lacks judgment derides his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his tongue. We all have neighbors, and I'm not just talking of neighbor in the sense that everybody that is around us, whether we live next to them or not, is our neighbor. I'm talking more about the sense of those that live around you. Even when you live in the country like I did for almost 10 years, you still have neighbors. They might be a mile or so away, but they're still your neighbors. I remember when I lived in Emporia, Kansas, I lived in an apartment there. And I had very noisy upstairs neighbors. They would play loud music. I think they were dancing up there, I might be wrong, but they sure sounded like a herd of buffalo every once in a while. But instead of being upset at them, I was always gracious and kind every time I would run into the couple that lived up there. My dad also taught me a lot about the importance of being a good neighbor. The house that I grew up in had a shared driveway that about 4 houses used. But instead of asking the others to pay their quarter of the driveway, my father decided he would pay the brunt of it and ask only a small amount from the other neighbors. He decided being a good neighbor was more important than anything else, and plus he wanted to have a nice driveway to drive up and down with his car. This also talks about the negativities of gossip and how when we say something against our neighbors, often what we are really saying is something against ourselves. So my 2 questions for today are this. Number 1, what does the way I treat my neighbors say about me? What does the way I treat my neighbors say about me? And the second one is, what does it mean